Hey guys, it's Jason with GP Woodworks. This is going to be my very first YouTube video, so you'll have to bear with me on the editing and basically just looking like being really horrible at what I do. But for my first one, I'm going to share my sharpening station. It's real simple, works really fast, and it's dirt cheap. Alright everybody, so this is my sharpening station. It is a very cheap 6-inch bench grinder. The grinding wheel on the left, that is actually the 60 grit grinding wheel that it came with. So, and as you can see, I have not upgraded the tool rest at all. That's the original tool rest to it. It makes it a little more difficult, but I've actually gotten pretty good at using that. Do need to upgrade it though. Anyway, this is an MDF wheel loaded up with polishing compound, and it's the finest one that I've been able to find. It's green. It's this stuff in the black tube here. This is a water dip I use for when I'm grinding on the MDF wheel so that I don't overheat my tools. Alright, so what I have here is actually part of a headboard off an old bed set. This is almost 3/4 inch. It's MDF, and it has a very thin wood veneer on both faces. So what I'll do is I'll lay out a 6-inch circle on it, cut it a little large on the bandsaw, find center, lay that out, get it mounted up on the lathe, and turn a 6-inch circle out of it. This was not my idea. This was something I got off YouTube. And someone else that I've seen do this actually loaded their MDF wheel up with WD-40. And their thought was that the WD-40 helped it hold the polishing compound a little better, and that may be true. What I'll do is I'll figure out where I need to be to line up this bevel with the face of that grinding wheel, and then I'll put my finger down here on the edge of this tool rest, and I'm going to pinch the tool right there, and I'll memorize where the edge of that tool rest is touching my finger. I'm going to run this thing, and I'm going to put almost no pressure against the wheel, and I'm just going to start on the very edge right side of the tool, barely touching the wheel. I'll slide to the right, and when the left edge of the tool hits about the center of the wheel or a little more, I'll back off just a hair. Then I'll come back into the wheel and come back across. This is the longest part. Once you get an edge and you switch over to the polishing compound wheel, once you've established that, going back to the polishing compound wheel usually takes about 10 seconds. So you can put a brand new edge on a tool in 10 seconds. And then once you wear that edge out completely, you got to come back to the grinding wheel, but that takes a very long time. So my typical sharpening times are 10-15 seconds at a time. So as I'm using my tools, I feel them getting dull, I spend 10 seconds on the polishing wheel, I'm good to go. I'm not getting a clear enough image out of it, but I'm almost there. Alright, so what we have right here, and this never even got hot, I've got a hollow bevel. There's just a little sliver on the very edge that I haven't gotten to with the grinder, and that's actually okay. The polishing wheel actually does remove some metal, so it'll clean that up. It'll take care of that. Alright, so the other camera died. So now I'm using the cell phone, so we're going to have to be pretty quick. So the wheel turns this direction, and so I'm going to be laying this tool in this way so that I'm never facing the cutting edge into the incoming wheel. So we're going to flatten the back. And I'm not actually trying to flatten the whole back. All I want is a polished edge across the edge. A little tiny bit is fine. Then I'll come in this way and I'll lay this edge and that edge against the wheel. And that's really all it takes. So you can see there's a very fine edge. See that reflection right there, right on the tip. Very tip of the edge is polished. And it will shave.